All right, welcome back, students. Good day. So, before we start, I would like to inform you that this class will be recorded for the sake of those who will not be able to attend our class for today. All right, so let me introduce myself. My name is JESSA CRUZ, and you can call me Teacher JESSA. So, feel free to ask me questions whenever there are things that you want to clarify or things that you can understand so that I can explain it to you. All right. So before we start our lesson for today, I would like to first check how are you doing today? How's everyone? All right. So I hope that everyone's doing okay. And if there are things that bothering you or you have problems, just stay strong and things will get better soon. And that's a fact. All right. So before we start our class, I have prepared a motivational activity for us to enjoy and have a little background before we start the actual discussion. So the title of this activity is Which One? So our description is choose among the two images. Which one do you like? So it's very easy. Once again, this is the instruction. Choose among the two images. Which one do you like? So let's have the images now. All right, so we have here to run and to walk. So I'll give you a minute to think about it. Which one do you like? All right, so let me see your responses. Okay, some of you said that they like to run. Some said they like to walk. So if you were to ask me, what I like the most is to run because um of oftentimes I always fail to do some exercises like the actual exercises or even to go to the gym. So the easiest way in losing weight and keeping yourself healthy is to run. That's why I prefer to run. Although walking is also an exercise, um running will make your whole body working. And on that sense, you will be able to burn fats while you are running. So it's keeping you fit. So let's have the next set of pictures. Next slide. So we have here to read and to write. Which one do you like? So I'll give you a minute to think about it. To read or to write. All right. So I can see your responses. Some of you said that they like to read. So I guess those are the bookworms of this class. Some said they wanted to write. Okay, so you have a different answers. But again, if you were going to ask me what I like the most is to read. Because back on my high school days, I was awarded as a bookworm at our library because I read a lot of books. I am a fan of reading. So let's have the next set of pictures. To eat and to watch, which do you like the most? I'll give you a minute to think about this. Okay. So I can see your responses. Daniel said he likes to eat. Pao said she likes to watch. All right, so if you're going to ask me what I like the most is, of course, to eat, because I love eating. And it is very necessary. You cannot survive a day without eating. That's why eating is very important. I prefer to eat than to watch. I can live without watching. So let's have the next set of pictures. To play and to sleep. I will give you a minute to think about this. All right, so I can see your answers. Some of you said they wanted to play. Some said they wanted to sleep. But if you were going to ask me again, I would choose to sleep since I was an adult. You know, when you get old, your schedule will be so tight that you cannot find a time to sleep. That's why when you have a free time, you have a break time, the only thing that you would rather do is to sleep than to spend your time doing such things like playing. You will no longer have time for that. Your free time will be allotted for sleeping only. So let's have the next slide. Okay, so we have here to dance and to sing. So which one do you prefer? Do you like to dance or to sing? So I'll give you a minute to think about it. All right, so I can see your responses. Some of you said they wanted to dance. They like to dance. Some said they like to sing. Again, if you're going to ask me, actually, I don't know what to choose between the two since I am not that good in both of this talent. I don't have the talent to dance. I don't have the talent to sing. But I guess what I enjoyed the most between the two is the dance since I do some TikTok videos which I know that I'm not that good but you know I enjoy doing I enjoy dancing. So that's the end of our activity. So I hope you have enjoyed it. And now I'm going to show you I'm going to ask you a question regarding the activity that we had. So my question is, what is the pattern of the descriptions and the images presented? So what have you noticed? So let's go back to the slides. Oops. We have here to run, to walk, to read, to write, to eat, to watch, to play, to sleep, to dance, and to sing. So what is the pattern that you have noticed in the descriptions on these images? Okay. Yes, Carl? Okay, so he answered 2 plus verb. So let's check if his answer is correct. Very good. So the answer is 2 plus verb. Let's have the examples again. To dance, to sing. So we have here the preposition to plus dance. So can anyone from the class know what do we call this 2 plus verb? All right, so the answer is infinitive. So what are infinitives? Infinitives is formed from a verb but doesn't act as a verb. So it acts as a noun, adjective, or adverb. It is made up of two words, which is to plus verb. So once again, what do we call the combination of two words, to plus verb? Infinitives. That's correct. So let's have these examples. So let's have the first example sentence. We have Sam likes to run. Sam likes to run. So the infinitive here is to run. Next sentence. Jenny likes to walk alone. Jenny likes to walk alone. So can anyone from the class identify what is the infinitive used in this sentence? Correct. So we have here to walk. Next set of sentences. He likes to read novels. He likes to read novels. So what is the infinitive in this sentence? To read. That's correct. Next sentence. Yuka likes to write poems. Yuka likes to write poems. So what do we have here? To write. Next set of sentences. Justine likes to eat healthy foods. Justine likes to eat healthy foods. So what is the infinitive here? To eat. Next, the family likes to watch horror films. The family likes to watch horror films. So the infinitive here is to watch. So let's have the last set of sentences. The children likes to play indoor. The children likes to play indoor. So the infinitive here is to play. Next one. Pauline likes to sleep in afternoons. Pauline likes to sleep in afternoons. So the infinitive here is to sleep. Oh, I'm sorry. So that's not the last example. So we still have two examples left. So we have here, Sol and Luna likes to dance in front of many. Sol and Luna likes to dance in front of many. So what is the infinitive here? To dance. That's correct. So the last sentence, Joshua likes to sing pop songs. Joshua likes to sing pop songs. So the infinitive here is to sing. So did you get the main point of the infinitives? Once again, it is composed of two words, to plus verb. All right, so take a look at this table, and I will give you a few minutes on observing this table. So what you need to do is to identify some patterns, if you can see one, and take note of it. So I will be giving you 5 minutes to observe this table, and let's check if your observations and answers is correct. So your 5 minutes starts now. All right, so 5 minutes is over. So let's check your observation. So this is the guide question. What have you observed in the sample sentences? What have you observed in the sample sentences? All right. Let's have the sentences again. So some of you said that they observed that on the first column, all the sentences are written in positive form, and on the other one, it is written in a negative form because it is the opposite of the first one, which is correct. So as you can see, let's have this first example. Sam likes to run, and on the other table, what is written is Sam did not like to run. All right, so that's correct. So it is the opposite of the first one. So the first one is written in a positive form, and the second one is written on the negative form. So what other observations? So the sentence pattern is subject plus, on the first one, subject plus infinitive. And on the second table, subject plus did not plus infinitive. That's correct. So I'm glad that you have actually get all the correct answers. So This patterns is called past simple negative. So once again, the pattern is subject plus didn't or did not plus infinitive verb. So this is called past simple negative. So I have here two sentences, and what I'd like you to do is to observe the sentences. So allow me to read it. The first one is, I did not meet her. I did not meet her. The second one is, I didn't work yesterday. I didn't work yesterday. So I'll give you a minute to think about your answer and show me what you have observed. So I want you to identify the parts of these sentences. What is the subject? What is the verb? What is the auxiliary? All right. So I'll give you a minute to think about your answer. All right. So let's have the answers now. We have here the subject I. In the sentence, I did not meet her. So the subject here is I. And did not is an auxiliary. Meet is an infinitive verb. So on the other one, he didn't work yesterday. So the subject is he. The auxiliary is didn't. And the infinitive verb is work. So I hope you have get the correct answers. Let me see a raise of hand have if you have understand the parts of these sentences. Let's move to the next one. Okay, so we did we need to use the auxiliary did not or didn't in order to transform or change a positive sentence into its negative form. So once again, we use the auxiliary did not. Next one. When we use the auxiliary verb, we put the verb in the infinitive form. So it's not in its past tense, it's not in its present form, rather it is on infinitive form. So once again, what is an infinitive form? To plus verb. So we have here some examples. All right. So on the first column, we have the subject. The second column, the auxiliary. And then the third column is the infinitive verb. So let me read the examples to you. I did not study. You did not work. He did not come. She did not play. He did not eat. We didn't go. You didn't leave. They did not meet. So once again, the first we have here the subject plus auxiliary plus infinitive verb. So I want you to take note of this pattern. Subject plus didn't or did not plus infinitive verb. So this is how you form negative sentences. Past simple negative sentences. So now we are going to try if you have really understand our lesson for today. So I want you to look closely to these pictures presented and write negative sentences out of it using the pattern subject plus did not plus infinitive verb. So let's have the first picture. So once again, what I want you to do is to look closely to these pictures and make negative sentences out of it. So as you can see here in the first picture, we have a kid that is confused on what he or she is doing. So what sentence can we make on this picture? So I'll give you a minute to create some sentences regarding this. All right, so let's have what I have come up by looking at this picture. So my sentence is, the kid did not understand the text. The kid did not understand the text. So the subject here is the kid. That's correct. The auxiliary is did not. How about the verb? What is the verb on this sentence? Understand. Very good. So I hope everyone get the correct answer. All right, so let's move on to the next question. So this is the second picture. As we can see, here's SpongeBob that is trying to catch a fish. So I want you to make a sentence out of this picture. So I'll give you a minute to think about this. All right, so let's have the sentence I have made. SpongeBob did not catch the jellyfish. SpongeBob did not catch the jellyfish. So the subject here is SpongeBob. And the auxiliary is didn't. And the verb is catch. Very good. So let's move on to the next picture. So this is the final picture for this activity. We have here two kids that seems to be arguing or fighting because they are shouting at each other. So let's have the sample sentence that I have made. They did not agree with each other. So what is the subject here? They. The auxiliary is didn't. And the verb agree. That's correct. So good job everyone for those who get the correct answers. Who got 3 out of 3? Very good everyone. So let's have another activity regarding this. So the title of this activity is Change Me. So your task is to change the form of the affirmative sentence into a negative sentence by replacing the underlined verb. So once again, your task is to change the form of the affirmative sentence into a negative sentence by replacing the underlined verb. So let's have the sentences. So allow me to read the sentences. I went to the supermarket. I went to the supermarket. He admired you. He admired you. Carl played basketball. Carl played basketball. Margot ate the apple. Margot ate the apple. And lastly, she read the rules. She read the rules. The rules. So once again, I want you to observe these sentences and change the underlined verb to transform this sentence into a negative one. So I'll give you 5 minutes to transform these sentences. All right, so pens up. If everyone has already finished their work, so let's have the correct answers. So the first sentence is, I went to the supermarket. So the underlined verb here is went. So let's change went to form this sentence into a negative one. So we have, I did not go to the supermarket. Who got it correct? Very good. So next one, he admired you. He admired you. So the underlined verb here is admired. So let's change the admired. He didn't admire you. Ouch. Just kidding. So the next sentence is, Carl played basketball. Carl played basketball. So the verb here is played. So let's change played and turn this sentence into a negative one. So Carl did not play basketball. Carl did not play basketball. So let's have the next sentences. Margot ate the apple. Margot ate the apple. So let's change the verb ate into its infinitive form. So we have Margot didn't eat the apple. So the last one, she read the rules. She read the rules. So let's transform read into its infinitive form. So we have she did not read the rules. So who got 5? 4, 3 and below. All right, so good job. So I am hoping that everyone get the lesson for today. So do you have any question? So before we end this discussion, I want you to all open your cameras for documentation and for your attendance for today. So in the count of 10, I want everyone to open their cameras. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so everyone's already opened their camera. Okay, in the count of 3, I want you to give me your best smile. 1, 2, 3, smile. All right, so that's it for today. Thank you very much, students, for actively participating in our discussion for today. Let me see you in your next class. Thank you. Good day.